Abusia enkomo bebre na Ghana for ebisa na ebimu ebo papa ne din ede Sam George echi yi papa because omu chire mu a aha yeti a data bo aye dedenden wo ma no aba ba skamishes baako na data bo aye den in a press conference wa address ni ma bebre oka aye radio stations ni bi omugu no TikTok aye management ni ade apart from no oba MTN mobile money so be chire mu kwan a echiri mu nkrofo timi wi nkrofo sika ene ade PayPal boss obobo ansem ni bebre na so echiri mu di hu komo yi papa ebusia in a video actually say papa de Sam George monday na esi wo say ontena aye communication ni bibia de wi a niema nyina be ko telecommunications ni nyina so eje na se ni ade no kan odi nkomo ebusia yenko na yenko ti nkomo ni bia Sam George ede tutu dwa ene ne okekan
the closure of radio stations. We, through the regulator, shut down 62 radio stations for various infractions. Now, those 62 are not the only that have infractions. In fact, we have almost 200. And so I'm doing them in phases. We did the first 6 to send a signal. People didn't mind us. We did 62. God being so good for them, it was Father's Day week. So, President Mahama Ejapa, the proper Ejapa, decided to give a Father's Day gift and asked us to give a moratorium. We gave a moratorium of 30 days. So I'm saying that we have 9 days left of the 30-day grace period. Of the 62 stations, only 18 have made an effort to reach out to the NCA to try and remedy their challenges. In fact, of the 18, most of them will not be able, the challenges that they have, they will not be able to complete it in the 9 days. But so that it does not appear as though this is a deliberate witch hunt, we have directed the NCA that for all the 18 who have reached out, they should serve them notices, giving them a 30-day extension to complete the requirements that they need. In the interim, for those who would have to then operate on test transmission, will have to do so whilst they wait to complete the process. But for those who make no effort whatsoever on the expiration of the 9 days, enforcement will be carried out again. And this time, I don't think the president is going to show further leniency. And so, notice is served again. 9 days to the end of the 30 days. I thank you. Simple as ABC. There is nobody who can break into your mobile money wallet. It's a figment of people's imagination. The technology doesn't work that way. They can't break in if you don't give them your PIN. And you don't need to say you are calling your PIN out for them. They send you a prompt and then you type your PIN in. No electronic money issuer will call you and ask you to enter your PIN on your device. Please don't do it. We've asked the EMIs to engage or improve their public awareness campaigns. But look, we need to be awake as people. Okay? Stop being too trusting. Don't believe that somebody wants to strengthen your system or they are upgrading their system, all kinds of stories. It doesn't work. So please be mindful. Degree of passports in some instances. And this is simply because citizens fail to realize that if you register for a passport using a Goro boy, and he uses his phone number to make the application. When the passport is processed and handed over to Ghana Post will call the number on the application. Now that number is going to be the number of the Goro boy. When the delivery person gets to that individual and the Goro boy shows his identity, his location, when we dispatch the passport and it gets to the delivery point, the individual must show us identity that matches the photograph on the passport. So when you use a Goro boy and his number is what we call, and we get to deliver and it is a Goro boy, we will not hand over the passport to a third party. Those passports are returned. And these same people now go online and complain that their passports are not being delivered. It's a criminal offense for you to use a Goro boy to apply for a passport. The process, as designed by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, is efficient, it is swift, and it works. The delivery system put in place by Ghana Post is robust, is efficient, and effective. And so you do not need to use a Goro boy. Another challenge we have is when delivery men call recipients of their passports. They pick and then say, I'm at work, so I'll call you back. And you call the delivery person at 8 p.m. that you are now home. You should come and deliver the passports to you. We don't keep the passports with the delivery people. When he's unable to deliver to you, he will return it. And so we urge the public to appreciate the nuances of a digital delivery system. That the integrity of the system is dependent on us being sure that we can ascertain who we are delivering the passports to, and that for us to do timely deliveries, you need to work with the postal services as they get to you to deliver. But if you don't do this and then you go online and go and tag the Minister for Foreign Affairs and say that he's not doing his work, 13, TikTok engagement. As part of efforts to promote a safe, vibrant, and inclusive digital creative economy, I met with TikTok's West African Government Relations team on the 26th of June. Our discussions focused on enforcing age restrictions, safeguarding minors, and promoting responsible content development. And at this point, let me just pause and say that I'm deeply concerned about some of the content on TikTok. Life, sex, and explicit material on TikTok is completely unacceptable and against our culture and our norms. And those were parts of the conversation I held with TikTok's team to have content moderation in country. But the cybersecurity authorities mandated to do constant surveillance of TikTok platforms and accounts in country that are engaged in content that is anti our culture and not appropriate, and work with the platform operator to take down those accounts and block the owners of those accounts from operating on those platforms. The ministry also welcomed TikTok's introduction of a STEM-focused content feed and encouraged strong alignment with national programs, particularly the 1 Million Holders Initiative. I also urged TikTok to ensure fair compensation for Ghana's content creators, and I proposed the establishment of a local moderation and content governance team to reflect Ghana's values, our culture, and protect human user rights and support national regulatory expectations. Engagement to enable full PayPal access in Ghana. The ministry